All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and highest honors to Yahweh, which is the name of the Heavenly Father in Paleo Ancient Hebrew, and to Yahweh Shai, the one you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, the name in Paleo Ancient Hebrew. Double honors to the apostle elders, a great millstone and rule well, and salutations to you few brothers and sisters of the hopeful elect that may see this. All right. This is Brother Ariaga from the Grand Rapids, Michigan camp here with the rest of the brothers. You want to introduce yourself?
Shalom Makim. This is Brother Rod Kagama, another fellow laborer in the faith.
Con. Yamara Kai from the Grand Rapids camp.
And Mara from the Grand Rapids camp.
We're here with another nifty lesson. The lesson is nifty because, one of the things that we're seeing right now, if it's not about what's going on with Iran and Iraq, I keep saying Iran and Israel, you're seeing what's happening so far as this these riots in LA, the ICE riots, and then you also see the No Kings. What was it? The No Kings Day.
Yeah, okay. No Kings protest.
Gone. And that was all over the U.S. They said about 5 million people participated in that. We had thousands of people here in Grand Rapids that participated in it. Matter of fact, a little Edomite chick that I be dealing with, and I'm cool with, she asked me if I wanted to go with her. I'm like, shit, I'm straight. Hell no. Look, man, Jake, we don't have nothing to do with that bullshit, man. Any riots, any protests. See, what you have over there in LA is 2/3 of our people, 2/3 of our people from the Latin tribes doing that shit. But mixed amongst them, you also have these agent provocateurs that were paid a certain amount of money to come out there and actually make themselves known and to cause issues and to stir up strife and trouble. And we know that for a fact because when the George Floyd riots were here in Grand Rapids, that's one of the things that we saw. We saw pallets of bricks and they were riding around trying to recruit people. You know what I'm saying? So this is definitely a Black Swan event. Okay. So I'm gonna play a little clip from Democracy Now! Fair Use. Fair Use.
Before you play that clip, why not let me read this? Before you play that clip, let me read a scripture real quick. This is Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. I mean, like the brother just mentioned, they got people on the payroll to do these riots and to start shit, basically. So the grievousness, they're the head of it, and the response, they're also controlling the response. So,
what was you saying yesterday? You said you made a good point when you said they couldn't get to Judah like they wanted to, so they said we're gonna go after the brown niggas.
Yep.
And then after we deal with
to the black tribe, to the so-called blacks, so they went to the browns to punish us.
Right, and they did that also in transatlantic slave trade. You know, so Esau, this is just reincarnation, and everybody's coming back doing the same thing. Okay.
And I also got a precept
Go ahead.
This is Luke 21. I'm gonna start at verse 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, because like you said, we are seeing like different things going on with the skies and all that, like different types of things, like people saying like it's a art. Well, basically, China's been releasing artificial sun, so that's part of it. And then you got other signs that's going on in the heavens right now.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen.
Cherry. Salakia.
No,
and
my
finishing on, it says, and in the stars and upon the earth distress of nations, which is what we're seeing now with all this war and protests going on, and with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. It says in verse 26, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking for those things which are coming on the earth. Like a lot of people, we know we're on the cusp of World War III, and you can see it within these Edomites and within 2/3 of our people, their anxiety is definitely skyrocketing right now. They definitely know that, this is getting ready to go down.
Oh yeah, they
It
can't
says,
deny it. They can't deny it
says,
anymore.
no, they can't.
Mm-mm.
They used to talk shit. They used to scoff and laugh when they still do, because they still want to hold on to their delusions, like America is gonna go back to the good old days. But no, the good old days is far gone now. This is progressing into chaos, into Jacob's trouble, into World War III and America's destruction. So continuing on, it says, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking for those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And that's because that's what all this is leading up to, is to Yahweh's return. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. So that's part of the hope of the elect, as far as seeing these signs come to pass and seeing all this taking place. We looking forward to the coming of Yahweh Shai, that he's on his way soon.
That's right. That's right. They say, what do you say? Your salvation is near.
For your redemption draweth nigh.
Yeah, redemption. Come. Yeah, man. This is what we're waiting on. This is what we're looking forward to. This is what we seeking the Lord for. This is why we standing out there when it's cold as fuck, when it's hot as a motherfucker.
Now I was gonna go into the precept where it says, where you shall see Jerusalem compassed about with armies, just like 2,000 years ago, when we was actually in our homeland of Jerusalem, was compassed with armies 2,000 years ago. Well, guess what? It's being attacked by armies now with Iran.
Yeah, that's true.
It's all coming, and this time, as far as the Gentiles, the other nations being fulfilled, as far as having rulership on the earth, is coming to the end. So it's kind of like a parallel, if you can see it spiritually from 2,000 years ago, going and how it can be applied then to the Roman Jewish wars. It can be applied in a way now, because it's experiencing war, from in the Middle East, with these fake Jews drawing them out.
Right.
So yeah.
That's right.
Threats by the Trump administration to deploy troops to cities beyond Los Angeles. On Tuesday night, California Governor Gavin Newsom gave a primetime address to decry the Trump administration's decision to send 4,000 National Guard and 700 Marines into the city.
If some of us could be snatched off the streets without a warrant, based only on suspicion or skin color, then none of us are safe. Authoritarian regimes begin by targeting people who are least able to defend themselves, but they do not stop there. California may be first, but it clearly will not end here. Other states are next. Democracy is next. Democracy is under assault before our eyes. This moment we have feared has arrived.
The New York Times reports National Guard troops are accompanying federal immigration officers on raids across Los Angeles. The Marines are also providing security to ICE agents. But Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem has asked Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth to authorize the Marines to make arrests as well. On Tuesday, President Trump spoke at Fort Bragg and compared the protests in Los Angeles to a foreign invasion as fears grow he may soon invoke the Insurrection Act.
What you're witnessing in California is a full-blown assault on peace, on public order, and on national sovereignty carried out by rioters bearing foreign flags with the aim of continuing a foreign invasion of our country.
Officials in California have accused Trump of trying to inflame the situation in Los Angeles. On Tuesday, LA Mayor Karen Bass enacted a curfew in part of downtown Los Angeles from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. Mass arrests were reported. Despite the crackdown, protests continued in LA for a fifth day on Tuesday.
This is basic human rights. They're arresting people that are working, they're arresting people at school, at graduation. That's sad and it's heartbreaking. We don't feel safe. We're standing up for the children that can't stand up for themselves or their parents.
In more news from California, on Tuesday, a U.S. district judge declined California Governor Newsom's emergency request to block Trump from sending in troops. The Pentagon is estimating it will cost $134 million to keep the National Guard and Marines in L.A. for the next 60 days. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth was questioned Tuesday during a congressional hearing by Democratic Congressmember Betty McCollum.
What training missions aren't happening? Where are you pulling the money from? And how are you planning this in the moving forward?
So we have the funding to cover down on contingencies, especially ones as important as maintaining law and order in a major American city. Right. As far as training, all of the units on the ground have been fully trained in their capabilities of what they're executing on the ground.
During the hearing, Hegseth admitted that he did not know what legal authority Trump was using to deploy troops in L.A. In related news, Texas Governor Greg Abbott has announced plans to deploy the National Guard to San Antonio and other cities as protests against ICE raids grow across Texas and the country. Here in New York, police arrested dozens of protesters Tuesday, including 24 at Trump Tower. Protests were also held in Philadelphia, San Francisco, Boston, Atlanta, Seattle, and other cities Tuesday. Meanwhile, Democratic Congressmember LaMonica McIver of New Jersey has been indicted on federal charges stemming from her arrest outside a Newark Immigration Detention Center where she was conducting an oversight visit. Tanks and other armored vehicles are being transported to Washington, D.C. for a major military parade on June 14th, scheduled to coincide.
What are they doing? Now, you had the whole parade, you know, for Trump's birthday and shit, which nobody really showed the fuck up for. And it cost over like $40 million and shit, right? Because everybody was out doing this, right? Why? While he was throwing this expensive-ass birthday military might parade, this is what was taking place on that same day, on that same Saturday.
Freedom, freedom. Keep on running, cause the winner don't quit on themselves. I'm
that's what was going on. While that whole Trump parade was going on and shit, all over the fucking United States, you had this No King's Day shit, right?
Right.
And I guarantee you it was mostly Edomites. So you have Latinos, you know. And matter of fact, a lot of those people that are in that No King's Day, a good amount of them voted for Trump. Yeah. They wasn't at the parade looking at these fucking war vehicles they finna use the stuff all in your ass. No. No. They was at one of these protests and shit for this No King's Day. And it's dumb because every nation has a king, whether you want to understand it or not. That's how it's established. It's this whole Congress. Look, the ones that are kings over these nations, over this kingdom, are the Rothschild family on down, the 1% elites. So it's
Right.
always
Let me
going
bring
to
this. Yeah, let me bring this out real quick. Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai, as the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will.
That's
And we
right.
already know the Most High is the one who controls all the chess pieces, all these world's nations and leaders, including Trump.
That's right. That's right. This is his skill. This is his chess match. This ain't Parcheesi. This ain't checkers. All right, this is chess. And the Heavenly Father is not playing no games. Okay? This is how he has it set forth to fall in place. Everything is of his doing. You got people like, oh no, it's Satan doing it. God don't even, he's love and peace and all of that. Love, peace, and the chicken grease. No, man. Y'all got the Most High's name fucked up. You got his image fucked up because the Most High put Satan in his place and gave him the authority to do these things. On the left hand side, all this wickedness and taking away the red horse, man. Esau is the red horse. That's why all the pieces being taken away and finalization, because it's a time for peace. And as it was at Ecclesiastes, the 5th chapter, it's a time for love and it's time for hate. It's a time for peace and it's a time for war. We are not in a time of love and motherfucking love and passing out flowers and roses and shit. Motherfuckers dancing in the street and shit. No. Yeah. Well, you know what? Esau's not gonna keep playing with you with this protest bullshit. Because if I gotta get out, look, I'm gonna be on some real shit. Because we aren't carnal. Weapons of our warfare are not carnal. But if I ever felt like I had to get out in the motherfucking street to change my situation, which I recognize and I know that I don't, and we will not. But if I had to do that, all bets is off. Look, I ain't got shit to lose, right? That should be the mind state of every person out there. This ain't no fucking protest. You know, you walk. Look, it says Jeremiah 50:33. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah are oppressed together, and all that took them captive held them fast and refused to let them go. They have refused to let us go. We were oppressed together to this very day. To this day, right? If I felt the need to get out in the fucking streets, hey, all bets is off. This is going down, right? You got your female ass out there holding signs, trying to hold that. Look, when they start knocking off people and shit, all right, they start fucking killing them. One dude lost his life in the No Kings protest. They was trying to shoot a whole another dude. Another bystander was trying to shoot another dude that ran into the crowd with an AR-15. But he's trying to shoot him. He hit another motherfucker that ain't have shit to do with it and killed his ass. Look, man, when that blood start flowing at these motherfucking protests and shit, understand, there ain't gonna be no women out there marching, and that's not a place for a woman or a child. And like, cause every man got it set in their mind. If we got to get out there and do all of this extra shit, God damn it, we putting everything on the line, life included. That's the mind state of a man going out there. A woman say it is for me too, until shit get real. Do you hear that goddamn blood curdling scream and shit that a bitch let out? Cause it's really a defense, a defense mechanism.
He just ran over my sister!
One time right there. Yeah. That's gonna be a common sound, man. And these times that we coming into, that's going to be a common fucking sound. Not only is it gonna be gunshots and shit that you hearing, because certain people that live in certain areas and shit in the hood and shit all over America, we know what the fuck that's like, hearing gunshots and shit. That don't faze you. But when you start hearing shit like that, and the only thing you can worry about is your safety and the safety of your family, that's when you know shit hit the fan. Because you will hear that sound more than you will hear gunshots and shit. That's the sound of reality hitting and shit. See, these motherfuckers thought this was a game and shit. And now, bitch, you didn't got your sister ran over. Shit get real then. Then they get to screaming. She ain't gonna be back out there on them lines no more. She gonna be at the house now, mourning her sister that got ran the fuck over.
This is Amos 3:6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and Yahweh hath not done it? Surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth the secrets to his servants, the prophets.
That's right.
So, hey, if there's evil to be done, it ain't Satan that did it, unless it was with the orders of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
That's right. They put that, hey, if he ain't give them that green light, then it's not gonna happen. Okay? Now, I had to play that because I was like, man, when we saw that, I was like, hey, that scream, they go that blood curdling bitch scream. When you hear that shit, it's a wrap.
Because I'm doing a video with the brother.
I just got offered $200 a day to go protest ICE in New York. The organization was called No Kings. They said June 14th we're going to be protesting, and these are the streets that you need to be on, and this is what you need to do. You need to cause chaotic disruptions, and they said that there's going to be pallets of like bricks and different things everywhere that protesters could use. They really want to wreak havoc. It's kind of ridiculous. Me as an American, although I need the money, I'm like, this is very, very unpatriotic. If I was to go take this money and go protest, it's not very American. It's not what I stand for. It's obviously not even, worth the time. But, $200 a day is what they're paying people to go protest. The corruption is up here because it goes way beyond these organizations. They want to destroy America, and people like me that need money are gonna go do it. I'm not gonna go do it, but people are gonna go do it. They're gonna go destroy.
That motherfucker's gonna go do it. Okay? Okay? Motherfuckers like him, you gotta keep saying the shit. He gonna get to that point, gonna be, fuck it, bro. I just want to do one day. It's gonna be some Hunger Games. I'm not Hunger Games. Some Squid Game shit. which I do need to pay off this bill, so that's 200, turn into 400. Shit like that.
Destroy, the city and cause chaos. It's just crazy that, they're even paying people to go do this. It just goes to show that everything we deal with is corruption, and these people at the top level, like, who's paying for this? There's got to be some billionaires paying for this so that, they could try to get Trump out or something. But, $200 a day to go cause chaos is like crazy. Not worth it, but also like really fucked up.
So hopefully he don't fall into that trap, because there's a lot of individuals that are gonna fall into that trap, and they want that $200 a day. I ain't gotta do the shit. I'm gonna just go out here. I'm gonna just throw one brick, and that's it. Matter of fact, I ain't even gonna do shit. I'm gonna just say I did shit and get paid. No, you gotta understand, when you out in that type of environment, those demons will jump on your ass. All of that does, look, if you had a spiritual eye, it ain't nothing but demons at these protests, man. That motherfucker pick up that one brick and just throw it. All right, okay. The demon, hey, I'm gonna just throw one more and shit. Then fuck the police, and then it's gonna be why. Then you gonna be all into it, man. Here come a tear gas, motherfucker. I'm going, and now it's on and popping. You know what I'm saying? There's demons in these protests. So if you got your ass out there in these protests, all right, it say go not with a multitude to do wicked. So if you take your ass with the multitude of these motherfuckers, whatever happens to you, you deserve that shit. Man, I done took my ass out there, man. These motherfuckers done hit me with a flamethrower and 2/3 of my body cooked like a motherfucker. I don't care how. I got hit with a Motab, and now, yeah, man. All you can do is regret it. Don't be those type of motherfuckers, man. Take heed and keep your goofy, sit your black ass down. You see what I'm saying?
All right, so let me explain what I believe is happening and why they want you in a civil war. So in the next couple weeks, these are being planned right now, very well funded, very well organized. At a city near you, we're going to have a riots, not just protests, full-on riots. And if you watch this video, what's happening? Why aren't the police doing anything? Why aren't they stopping and arresting these people? Well, most of these agencies where these riots are happening are liberal-led agencies. They are, in my...
Mind you, this is an ex-cop that's saying this. It's not some average Joe Six-Pack. This is an ex-cop.
I believe telling them to stand down. Why? Why are they dropping off bricks? Everywhere across America, they're dropping off these pallets of bricks. Why? Because they want to get violent and the police won't do anything. So then what? Patriots like you and I, it'll make us want to go in and fight. Don't do it. It is a trap. They're trying to suck us in so that all the patriots are going to go, and then we're going to marching right into their trap for the civil war that they want. So what's the answer as hell breaks loose and violence ensues throughout these cities? Are we going to go save their cities? They're already gone. So get a food storage, get right with God, get out of major cities when it starts getting bad. Do not fight with these people. That's exactly what they want. It's a trap. It's a trap. It's a trap. I promise you. So then what? Patriots like you and...
This is Zephaniah 3:8. It says, therefore, wait ye upon me. Wait ye upon me. Don't be out here trying to take this shit into your hands and use this ability or this time to you know, basically go in and justify you shooting at the police and fighting back and all of this other shit. This ain't time for that. Okay? This is not time for that. If you go out here and you do that, the Most High will let you be destroyed. Therefore, wait ye upon me, saith Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey. All right? For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation. Mine. It's all about his indignation. It ain't about our indignation. That shit, hey, we gonna get our comeuppance. If it's his indignation, it's our indignation. Oh well, yeah, that nigga fucked around and goddamn it, he punched my wife in the face. Like, yeah, we get hey, it's fucked up. There's gonna be things that they're gonna make happen, or the Most High is gonna test us in different ways, you know. And each and every person has to have the faith to endure and not take this shit into their own hands, man. Yo, if we are oppressed together, it says oppression maketh the wise man mad. And we have been oppressed. So we understand. We get it. We're getting your stinking ass out here in the street, marching and singing, you know, let my people go and all that. All you doing is falling into a fucking trap. And this is what they want you to do.
I knew it was something funny going.
Sloppy. Yeah, that's Satan.
I knew it was something funny going on with these California protests and riots. I said it in the end of my video. But look at this shit. That's a Craigslist ad saying that they're paying anywhere from $6,500 to $12,500 per week. And they're looking for the toughest badasses in the city of Los Angeles. And these people that they're looking for need to be in the same area where these protests are happening. Look at that. Take your time, screenshot that for a second, and we're going to jump into this real shit. Like I always say, it's nothing new under the sun. You have bricks strategically placed in places where people can throw them. We all seen a video where people throwing bricks at FBI agents' cars, ICE cars, things of that nature. Where the hell all those bricks come from? Then you have China saying that they'll liberate California if Donald Trump doesn't protect the citizens of California. China is saying that they are going to step in and protect California if President Trump doesn't. This shit is gonna get worse before it can get better. We all know a lot of people are tired of the bullshit. This is why people are moving the way they're moving. And all they needed was a little push. And now you can see what that push did. I really need y'all to pay attention to what's about to happen and what can happen. And you even have people saying that the same protests are about to start taking place in places like Florida and other states. If shit like this continues, things could really go bad. Pay attention.
And they are going to go bad because they got to go bad. For it to get better, it has to be worse. This place has to go down. Job 5:12. He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. Most High is going to disappoint this whole scheme and plan that they have. You think they wouldn't have had this shit done away a long time ago? In their mind, they were supposed to have been and had it done. But guess what? The Most High kept throwing a monkey wrench in there. They had setbacks here and there, and they had to wait for this and that. Yeah, man. But the Most High ultimately is going to disappoint because this is an enterprise. All of this shit is just business. All this is about bread. It's about money, influence, control, power. All of it is enterprise. Companies battling against each other. It says,
Salaki.
Oh, no. Salaki, I got one more. He said, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. But he saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty. And like it said right there, but he saveth the poor from the sword. So getting out here with your sticks and your motherfucking poles, you know what I'm saying? You got all your weapons and shit. That's not gonna make a change. All right, we are poor. We the lowest of the low in this kingdom right now. But at the same time, we're rich because we know that we actually kings. We just in and kings and princes and princesses, man. Go ahead, Salaki.
This is Micah 2 and verse 10. Says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with sword destruction." All right. So yeah, it's time to basically depart from Babylon spiritually. You know, depart mentally and spiritually from this place. You know,
that's right.
Seeing and recognizing the signs and the times.
That's right. That's right. I mean, shit. When it comes down to it, this is what it's all about. Making preparation for the times to come, because it's the last of days. You know what I'm saying? We gotta wake up. We got to wake up. You know what I'm saying? Because now is the time. All right. The Lord said He didn't give you 2025 not to be a tither, man. Stop nickeling and diming Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, man.
This is Revelation 18:4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues." So, come out of the way of thinking of this place, man.
Yeah. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. It was a fucking Edomite that came up with the phrase. So no, I wouldn't advise that. Let the Romans do what the Romans do, and we're gonna do what the Israelites do. You got any more on that, huh?
No, that was the point.
This is Job 16:10. They have gaped upon me with their mouth. They have smitten me upon the cheek reproachfully. They have gathered themselves together against me. The Most High hath delivered me to the ungodly and turned me over into the hands of the wicked. Most High did this shit, man. Here you are trying to act out of character and shit. The Most High the one that did it. So all the people that's involved in that, the Most High, man, I'm telling you, they gonna think shit is sweet, and when they start taking them lives, you know what them Palestinians been doing? They've been getting shot down by the Israelis that, like, they've been allowing, like, maybe 4 or 5 food trucks to come in, which they said that ain't nothing but a drop in the bucket. They said you would need 700 a day to correct the issues that's going there, but they'll let like 4 or 5 in, right? And what these motherfuckers, and they've been doing it for like a month straight. All the people will rush to the truck because it's only a few, and the Israeli soldiers is there, and they'll every time they're so hungry and desperate to eat. Do you know them Israeli soldiers just open fire on them every time? And yet they're so hungry, knowing that when the next time this happens, you have a high percentage chance of just walking straight into a trap and nobody gets shit. But you so fucking hungry, you gonna take your chances, man. Esau is a unique demon. And this American demon is gonna fuck everybody up. We aren't exempt from it, but we know how to move because we know the rules to the game. Because we adhere to.
We know how to move because the Heavenly Father is guiding us.
Right. We adhere to the rules of the Heavenly Father. This word, these law, statutes, and these commandments. That's our rules. Y'all motherfuckers. Go ahead.
It's Micah 2 and verse 12. It says, I will surely assemble the I being Yahweh Yahushai. I will surely assemble, O Jacob, all of thee. I will surely gather the remnant of Israel. I will put them together as the sheep of Basra, as the flock of the midst of their fold. They shall make great noise by reason of the multitude of men.
Yeah. But we are one nation. When we say that, we're not talking about like every fucking nation, Samoans and goddamn Chinese and Jap. No. All you Negroes, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and natives are really one race. But the tribes is so diverse that it's like we have 12 different nations in one. But we so unique. You know, they try to say we all look the same. No. That's how diverse Most High made us. You know? But we're all really one race as an Israelite. All right? And we separated into your respective tribes by your father's bloodline. Job 16:10. They have gaped upon me with their mouth, and they have smitten me upon the cheek reproachfully. They have gathered themselves together against me. The Most High have delivered me to the ungodly and turned me over unto the hands of the wicked. I was at ease, but he hath broken me asunder. He hath also taken me by my neck and shaken me to pieces and set me up for his mark. And that's not going into the mark of the beast. All right. So that's not the charagma that is stating right there. But the mark that it states that he's setting us up for, which I'll go into the interlinear real quick and play it for you. I could bring it up on the screen, but damn it, this is gonna be enough right now. And set me up for his mark. Oh shit.
Strong's H 4307. Matara.
That's what that word mark means. It means guard, ward, prison, mark, target. Guard, ward, prison. What do you think they finna do to the people who have an issue with the kingdom to come with this system change? You think they just gonna be like, all right, well, we just gonna punish them and put tariffs on them? No, man. They gonna take them. They gonna lock them up in these concentration camps they got set up. That's what they was created for. For this very reason you see now. People not they resisting, the status quo. They want you to lay still and just, what I'm saying, let you fuck them slow with no Vaseline. That's Esau. That's how he likes to get it done. And anytime you buck up against that, not knowing the word, try to take it in your own hands, it was all, look, they use it. They use that shit. We got tanks all up in this motherfucking. People don't even know it. Tanks. I have videos of people being out there on the Ohio River and they floating thousands of fucking army vehicles and tanks up the fucking river and people don't even know it. They getting all this shit. Oh, the military day for his birthday. All of that shit was so they can get all them military vehicles posted up where they need to be. He ain't pay that much money. He knew what nobody gonna come because everybody's mad and pissed off at him. Hey, Shalom,
Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom. Who's that in a video?
Don Cornelius' nephew. No, I'm fucking with you. He it's some Jake that was basically talking about the protests. All right, to catch you up to speed, we'll play this for you, and then we'll continue on.
All right, so let me explain what I believe is happening and why they want you in a civil war. So in the next couple weeks, these are being planned right now, very well funded, very well organized. At a city near you, we're going to have a riot. It's not just protests, full-on riots. And if you watch this video, what's happening?
And this is an ex-cop, Ma.
Why aren't the police doing anything? Why aren't they stopping and arresting these people? Well, most of these agencies where these riots are happening are liberal-led agencies. They are, in my belief, telling them to stand down. Why? Why are they dropping off bricks? Everywhere across America, they're dropping off these pallets of bricks. Why? Because they want to get violent and the police won't do anything. So then what? Patriots like you and I, it'll make us want to go in and fight. Don't do it. It is a trap. They're trying to suck us in so that all the patriots are going to go, and then we're going marching right into their trap for the civil war that they want. So what's the answer as hell breaks loose and violence ensues throughout these cities? Are we going to go save their cities? They're already gone. So get a food storage, get right with God, get out of major cities when it starts getting bad. Do not fight with these people. That's exactly what they want. It's a trap. It's a trap. It's a trap. I promise you.
So basically, of course, all of these fucking riots is just a setup to bring in martial law.
Was that on TikTok you found?
Yes. Well, it was on Instagram, but you know, it was taken from TikTok.
All right.
I wanted to point something out.
I got a quick question. So when you share your screen like this, the other brothers' icons like it's
Their
covered.
camera?
Yeah. So okay, so now I can see all of y'all.
Yeah. I basically fill up the screen. Pause. You know what I'm saying?
It's an option you can do as host. You can look at what the host is looking at, or you can let everybody see each other and why the host is looking at things and see what he's looking at.
Also, you can I can make it so where it make it look fuller on the screen when we're looking at the videos and stuff.
Yep. So the audience can see it, and it's a lot bigger for them.
Okay.
Let's see. Let me get straight to the point. This is Ephesians 6. We can do that at verse 9. And ye masters, do the same things unto them, forbearing. No. Okay, whatever. Nope, we'll go to 8. Ephesians 6 and 8. Knowing that whatsoever good thing any man doeth, the same shall he receive of the Lord, whether he be bond or free. Of course, we know we are bond. Our bondmen and bondwomen right now. And ye masters, do the same things unto them, forbearing, threatening, knowing that your master also is in heaven, neither is there respect of persons with him. All right, so all of this respective person that's being pushed around, what did Esau do? They found out that, that respected person they have for DJ Trump was a trap, and they fell right into it, and now they have an issue, but it's too late because all the pieces are being put strategically in place. It says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. It didn't say put on the whole armor of the Most High and start kicking, crushing demon skulls, and you know what I'm saying, tackling motherfuckers with your shield and your buckler, and you know what I'm saying, slicing open the enemy and shit. No, man. It just said to put on the whole armor and to stand. That's it, man. What did it say in I think that was in Wisdom of Solomon. It said, these are the men that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. I think that was in the 4th chapter or the 5th chapter. Yeah, man.
Towards the 2nd chapter in Ezra's.
It was the 2nd chapter.
Yeah. Well, I just pulled it up.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to bust it out, Salakia.
This is 2nd Ezra's chapter 2, and I'm gonna start at verse 42. It says, I, Ezra, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. And that's that that song that the 144,000 learned. Those of the hopeful elect is learning and getting sealed in their spirit right now.
Right. Like knowing the name of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, knowing, our history, knowing the different tribes that are associated that the Lord is dealing with. And all of that is part of the lyrics to a dope ass song, man.
All right, which is the mystery of this entire book, this Holy Bible. The mysteries therein, knowing the times, the signs of the times, knowing the name of the Most High and the Son, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, and knowing that we're Israelites and that we're about to be redeemed. Knowing who our enemies are. And that they're about to get ready to face destruction and face the Most High's judgment.
That's right.
It says, verse 43, and in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. And that young man of great stature is talking about Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
So the hopeful elect is, for our works that we've done in His faith, we're gonna receive crowns for it.
And you see, when Yahweh Shai fully transfigured, when Yahweh Shai fully, progressed into the spirit after 40 days that he spent with the apostles, he had a youthful, he's in his perfection, in his prime. You're not gonna see if somebody's an old man, right?
Yeah.
In the spirit world or in the kingdom, they're not gonna, the part of the elect, they're not gonna come down as an old ass man. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be in your youth, in your prime, in your perfection, man. This is why we look forward to this, man. That's why they're talking about how Yahweh Shai look.
All right. Because the elect is gonna have that glow, and Yahweh Shai is definitely gonna have that bright glow to his aura.
That's right. And when you got that glow, you take. Cause when you got that glow, your body knows. When you got
yeah.
that's that shit.
Well, excuse me. What was the one you had read earlier?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'll go back to it. This is Ephesians 6 and 11. It says, we can start at 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in Yahweh and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. It says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness in this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. So it's literally demons involved in this shit, man. It's like, yo, this is way higher than somebody having a, you know what I'm saying, having a big ass gun. I got all kind of guns, nigga, and bombs and shit, and food. Kingdom of heaven is more than what? Bread, what do you say? More than bread and water?
More than bread and wine.
More than bread and wine.
What is all this? What is all this, bro? What to do in a riot? What?
Nah, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do some magic. Some electronic magic. Hopefully it'll work on y'all's end. Let me see. Okay, did it zoom in?
Can I get an instruction?
Yeah.
Alright, it zoom in for y'all?
Not for me.
It didn't zoom in at all for you?
No. I mean, it zoomed in when you first did it, but it didn't no more after that.
It says what to do in a riot. Turn off your phone. Do not record yourself or other people doing possibly illegal stuff, even if you're not breaking any laws. The cops can arrest and charge you with stuff just to mess with you, even if they know it won't hold up in court. You can be mistaken or someone for someone else, or you could break a law without meaning to. All right, so that was for turn. It said turn off your phone, hide your identity, make sure that as much as your face and your body, it says make sure that. Hold on, let me increase this magnification. Okay, it says make sure that as much of your face and body as possible are covered, ideally dressed in all black to be as hard to identify as possible. Black on black. It says if discretion is required and you are doing something less risky, you can try to cover yourself while wearing more normal. There's a stupid watermark there. I guess clothes and shit like gray, blah, whatever. It says prepare for tear gas. 3. Tear gas is effective against unprepared crowds, but can be dealt with. Swimming goggles and N95 mask will negate 95% of the effects, and only cost a few dollars. A baklava tights and other face coverings can be worn over to better obstruct your face. So they basically just showing, people how to correctly riot. Like Esau is a fucking dummy, dog. Like you a real dummy, dog.
No, this is for the people that are participating in the riots.
Right.
So the
That's what I'm
people that are a part of it can be prepared, while everyone else think it's just normal rioting, but it's
It's all
what
fake.
planned rioting. Yeah, staged rioting.
Mhm. All right, Salakia Akim, I'm finna head out. I'll do another video with y'all another time. Shalom.
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 I'll start wrapping this up anyway. Yeah, this shit is you get caught up in this foolish ass shit. Look, if you are out there and you caught up in these riots and shit, the Lord is gonna look at you as a 2/3 nigga, man. And so if you get killed or when you get killed, ain't nobody hold no account. Don't run around saying that he was innocent. And you don't understand why it happened and why did God take your baby and all of that shit. Because guess what? You had his or her ass out there when the Most High did not have it set up for us to. You fell into that trap. So the 2/3 of those Latinos that's out there, it's a wrap, dog. It's a wrap. You're marking yourself for destruction. All right, anybody got anything else?
Oh, I have one. I have one. This is second Esdras, chapter 13, verse 29. Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth, and he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth. And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds. It's not just race riots; it's pockets of riots in each other.
Division.
Yeah,
War, division, bricks,
right.
any
You
kind
got
of thing that divides people.
right, but you got the Edomites versus Jake, and then in the midst of that, you got the government against all militias
The
that
people.
resist the ship.
And all the militias, the people, the woman against the man, the black woman against the black man,
Oh yeah,
women against all men,
that's right. Oh, and that
political
day,
leanings
hey,
against other political leanings.
and that day when all of that shit pop off, though, it ain't gonna be no women against men no more. That shit gonna go straight out the window on the first day. A woman is gonna recognize her place. Shit, hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. A woman is gonna recognize her place because if you say men are useless, that's only because you are comfortable in the cities that was created for you. You have the ability to be comfortable. A lot of motherfuckers don't have that ability, so they know they role. But overnight, that is going to all change. You ain't gonna hear them talking about they'd rather be in the woods with a motherfucking bear and all of that bullshit. That's a fucking joke. And them women be dead serious.
Mara, what verse did you start in second Ezra, the 13th chapter?
Me?
No, I mean Salakia, Ma'at, Salakia.
It was verse 13. I mean, it was
29,
chapter 13, verse 29. Chapter 13, verse 29.
Throughout that.
Says second
Yep,
Ezra
couple.
15 29.
Chapter 13, verse 29.
Yeah, Thawada, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So all of that gender war shit, that shit is gonna go out the window day one. Day one. You saw how old girl was screaming and shit when her sister got ran over. That's gonna be that.
Oh. Yeah, they're trying to stop that car, right?
Yep. That sound. That's the realization that shit is real. A lot of women don't
Mm-hmm.
believe
And then people
that.
don't care that it's staged. They don't care about you staged acting.
No.
If you in their way for real, you're gonna be run over for real.
You can't. It's not a place for women. The battlefield is not a place for a woman. And this is turning into all of that non-violent protest shit is out the window. They're taking this shit as an act of aggression against our country, against this country. So all of that gentle protesting shit and the bitches standing outside with megaphones and demanding shit and all of that shit will be met with extreme force. Them motherfuckers might just shoot you the fuck down with live ammunition and tell your ass to shut the fuck up. And that's going to happen. Because they tired of this shit. And I don't blame them. All of this non-violent protesting ain't never got shit accomplished for our people. It dociled them. Oh, brother, what you trying to say? Martin Luther King, I had a dream, blah. Shut your goofy ass up. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. Compared to the establishments that we had set place in the time of segregation, and we had these different major cities, and we was functioning as our own people, and yeah. Now we out here non-violently asking for our shit, and you wasting your time. That devil, he's entertained by that shit. He created that shit. Stanley Levinson wrote "I Had a Dream" speech, and the FBI coached, sent Baird Rustin, which is a homosexual and a CIA trained operative, to coach and to be the handler for Martin Luther King Jr. Other than that, if it was a bunch of jakes and they would have tore this bitch up a long time ago. And guess what? Esau would have been outnumbered and outmanned. But now they got their ducks in a row. Now they confident they gonna fuck you up. They gonna rouse up Judah. They ain't gonna do it until they got every tank, every fucking robot, every missile in place. Because they know once they rouse Judah up and all the tribes is gonna follow. Oh. Stupid ass shit. Man, I hate those damn random stupid ass commercials they be showing. Check this out.
100%. African American community is the only community that has the power in this country to change anything. They are the only one with the experience of civil matter. They are the only one que tenían el esclavo ahí mismitico. They are the only one that are not going to get deported anywhere, and you cannot put them all in jail. So African American community, which is the community that is stepped on by Cubans, the most are the only ones that are going to save the Latinos. And I clap for the African American community that has not come out because it is not. I do. We didn't do shit. I get it. Masses, but me and you support, but in masses, we didn't support anything that was going with them. Latinos look at Cubans specifically, and I'm not going to talk about any other community because I'm not part of that community, even though I'm a Latina with them. Cubans talk shit about African Americans. Cubans did not support African Americans. Cubans think that they all victimize themselves, that all of this, all of that. African Americans are the only ones that are going to save your asses, Latinos. So you better start kissing. If you're gonna kiss some ass in this country, you better kiss some black ass. La única.
Our big thick ass. Looking thick as a motherfucker, boy. That's Manasseh. She said you gonna kiss some ass, you better kiss some black ass. God damn. Ooh-wee. Hey man, can you get that please, Ra'ah? The Lord shall
I already
Ra'ah.
got Isaiah 11, and I'm gonna start at verse 12. As far as this controversy between Judah and Ephraim is concerned.
God.
This is Isaiah 11 verse 12, and he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel. I mean, for one, he's assembling those of the elect throughout the 12 tribes, as we speak and as this word is being pushed. And all of these, this situation that's taking place with the Latin tribes right now with ICE deportations and all that, at the end of all of this, is said and done, the breaches between Judah and Ephraim is going to be closed. So we actually going to come together as the northern and the southern kingdom is actually going to come together to deal with these Edomites and these other nations.
That's what they fearing. That's why they bringing all of these tanks in, and because look, man, Jake ain't no joke. Once we get started, and it's hard to stop us, but it's impossible to stop us when our God is with us. But 2/3 of our people, the Lord's not gonna be with them. He said, "My people are led as sheep to the lambs to the slaughter." It's gonna be a lot of Jakes that get killed, man, even before the missiles get here. But they're gonna take a lot of these motherfucking doubles out too. You know what I'm saying? Don't get that shit twisted. When they talking
And it
about the
says,
zombie, huh?
Oh, it says, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth, because Judah is, is going to be sealed first. Then the northern kingdom is going to be sealed first, which is Ephraim, which represents the Latin tribes. It says the envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and we all know, according to that envy, that they have against, the southern kingdom. It says the envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim.
And they say Ephraim because Ephraim is, the head of the 10 tribes. And they say Judah because Judah is the head of the southern tribes, which he's really the head of all the tribes. Okay.
Right.
But the Most High is gonna raise them up first for that very reason. What was you saying, Mara? You saw a video of? You said it was it was some Mexicans trying to get Jake fired or something.
Yeah, it was a video with a black man, an African dude that an African dude, and he owns a construction company, and he said what's messed up to him is Latinos always coming to him talking about he's an immigrant, they're immigrants, they need to get rid of these lazy black people, black Americans, and they'll bring in some hardworking Latinos for you. And he said this happens all the time, to the point he's ready to fire Latinos for trying to backstab. Yep.
That's cold. That shit is got all of that envy and strife. All of that is gonna disappear when shit
But the
get
worst
real.
video I seen, the worst video I seen was the video with the lady that went on CNN or MSNBC or something like that, one of them news stations, and told the world that it was black people out there that was throwing bricks and rioting and causing all this chaos and all that stuff amongst the Latinos. She said the Latinos are protesting peacefully, and it's the blacks that's out there that's rioting and doing all this stuff. But yet, like, you don't
Usual
see no
suspect.
fucking black people out there. He said you don't even see the majority of people you see out there rioting is Latino.
Latinos are white people.
Right. He said ain't no black people out there trying to do that. You know, black people out there, they showed a lady, they showed this Latino lady get shot. And when she got shot, the only person that ran to the first person that ran to her aid was a fucking black woman that was sitting out there. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Yeah, these Latinos, boy, they're saying some real, they're doing some real bullshit right now. They're basically blaming everything on black people. Even the way, even them getting deported, how they getting treated and all that stuff, they blaming it all on black people.
That's right. That's all right though. You keep that shit up. You finna
That's
be
that
humble.
envy that's what it means as far as the envy they have towards Judah. You know, it's like they want to they begging us to get at the forefront of this shit for them, but
No,
they still want
they
to
want
keep.
us to get at the forefront. They want us to get at the forefront so they can point the finger at us and say it was us and not them.
Yeah, that's what I was basically getting at.
Hey, that was like that with COVID, wasn't it? When the Chinese, everybody blamed the Chinese, and then the Chinese, what did they do? They blamed black people.
And then they pushed anti-Asian hate law and shit.
Yeah.
But the majority of Jakes ain't even fucking with these Asians like that, as far as like trying to be violent towards them or anything.
No.
But we don't. But we don't have a anti black or anti brown hate like violence like law for us though.
Oh hell no. You can call Jake a nigga to their face and shit. That ain't no hate crime. That's not a hate crime. I'll kill you and your nigger babies. It's not a hate crime. You might say it could possibly be seen as assault, but it's not a hate crime.
All right. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and get off, Akim.
Oh yeah. We closing out right now. I think the point has been made thoroughly manifest. All right, be careful. This is about to happen. Don't get caught up in these stupid ass riots and shit. And make preparation because that martial law is coming. But the mark of the beast is going to come before World War III. That's the next lesson, World War III. So with that, we pray you were edified. I'd like to give all praises and highest honors to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem Rakakadash. All right, and double honors to the apostle elders, a great millstone that rule well. Till the next time, pray you edify. Shalom.
Shalom, Akim.
All right, so